Hello, it's Cosmo here. So today we're gonna play against the AIs with 5 stones. Yesterday I played with 4 stones and I lost, so we're gonna try to add a stone each time we lose and remove a stone each time we win. And yeah, we're gonna do our best. So I'm gonna use a timer for myself, so 40 minutes, and then each move 30 seconds per Yomi. So yeah, let's get started. So White did play this approach this time. So I wonder if I'm gonna just try to play a bit defensive, or actually with this stone in the middle I might try to just go a bit more active, because fighting with this as support shouldn't be bad. So let's go. I'm gonna try to pincer one space like this and see how White is gonna respond. So White did respond this way, so played away, and probably trying to relate with these stones in some ways later on. Yeah, I could respond here in the corner, could just continue with a move like attaching even this one, sometimes even here. Yeah, let's try to pincer again. Just change a little bit, and the time is running, so I need maybe to play a bit faster, still explain my moves. So jump against this one. Yeah, just responding here is pretty important to not get surrounded here. I'm gonna try to take the right side, so just jump is the usual shape. And then I wonder, probably White's gonna try to play something here and then attack this one stone. Yeah, counter pincer simply this way. So there's a few ways you can think. So try to run away with this one stone, putting pressure. Yeah, support in the center with this 10 gen stone. So yeah, I think that would be logical. You could also try to just let White take here, this area, but forcing moves from the outside and get points here and here. Like, that's another way of thinking. But yeah, this time we're gonna go to try a bit more aggressive. So Kosumi, because here jump, there might be a little bit of attaching Aji. Usually push, I would suspect. Nope. Okay, White did double approach. So against this one, yeah, we need to prevent White from kind of surrounding here. So just attach, and then maybe White's getting in the corner, something like this. Yeah, just Kosumi, White goes inside the corner, and then this shape is kind of a bit slow. So yeah, I guess I'll play here. Sometimes you could also just take the free point, and if White surrounds, like, try to fight. But I'm gonna go with this time. Okay, just strengthening here. Yeah, I would like to just go out because you don't want to get surrounded with these two stones. Are still pretty weak, and if you can go out, maybe later can invade someone here, try to ask some questions over there. And yeah, I don't know if I want to actually make some exchange, because White can connect on the bottom here, so just jump, I guess. Sometimes maybe you could play here, but I will just go this way. Probably White will jump, maybe go into corner, or totally ignore. Okay. Against this, probably could continue the theme of like pincering. This one, there's a bit of space here, so it might go one line kind of further down. You could just totally respawn, like, that's totally fine. Let's try this one. So we're trying to let white take the corner if he wants to. And then, okay, so white's gonna try to use the whole board and complicate the situation afterwards. And this is gonna be a very common type of playing style with handicap. So you don't want to let kind of how to say, to just limit the possibility of moves that you can play. So just try to use the whole board, and then you can create some complications, because if you just play a set sort of moves, you cannot complicate from there. So yeah, that's why kind of playing a bit in the four corners makes kind of sense, especially with handicap. Yeah, we're gonna continue with just pin string and see how it goes. This game I would just focus on trying to be more aggressive overall. Okay, honey. So this one definitely going to cut. If you cannot cut here, something is already wrong. Maybe sometimes you could play this one, but usually cut here. Suspect white would try to go inside the corner, something like this. Maybe you could extend in order to play a bit more aggressively against kind of a corner shape, but yeah, that would be kind of the most good thing to do. Against attach, can we block? So if we block, white might just play this, cut again, through, connect. These stones probably are helpful if we kind of block here and the bad RG on the outside. So just responding, I think you can actually extend here. So usually the normal move is to just capture and then white descends, but then white can play this one and then atari from the outside. So if you think the outside is more valuable compared to taking this stone, extending seems to be a move that you can play. And then maybe you can still poke at something around here. So let's try and extend this time. And usually white would descend here in the corner, because if not, black can play both here. So, and now we can actually take center if you want to. So yeah, white kind of took this area, which is quite nice. But we have kind of a good shape on this side, and could try to continue the attack on these two stones, because seems to be the biggest here. Something with jump, keeping the corner, or maybe this descent could be a better shape. Yeah, let's go and play this one. Just descend, keeping the corner, at the same time putting pressure on these two stones. Seems to be good. Or white kind of jumps here. Okay, so I think now white is trying to sack these two stones, basically. And try to play on the right. Still would like to kind of pincer if possible. Yeah, so pincer maybe here. So this one, white would jump, and then if you go outside, maybe there's some counterplay down there. You can also just simply cap and try to take these two stones, but then white's gonna try to peep here, get some things down this side. Usually attach is strengthening this kind of lone stone, so you don't want to do it, but if it's to capture here in a good way and still keeping this side, this might be an interesting move to play as well. You know what, let's try to attach. Maybe it is a bit too enforcing for white on this side, but at least this is pretty clean. So white will hane, and then you just extend this side. So just extend here. That's the usual shape, and then just block. Next I'm aiming something around here, pinstring these stones. And I just still kept the corner. So just extending simply here. And you might think there's this kind of cross cut, but after this one, this cutting point is going to be a problem, so it's not that easy for white to try to do something over there. As black, you want to prevent like this kind of jump. Question is, how do you want to put a move? To put pressure, you could play this one and invite this kind of attachment. Give up the corner if needed. And then aim something around here. I don't know how much like this attachment is really doing. If you don't like this, I guess you could just simply attach or kick here. That should be also fine. But yeah, let's go for kind of a aggressive moves and try to poke at this point for later. I think white will try to attach and use this one stone straight away, or just taking the other corner. So I guess that one you block this side, because here it's too wide, and the more important side is here. And there's no good way when you block this side to kind of block this line, whereas if you block here, you can kind of use this. Also, the joseki is to block this way, and then white would just crawl, and then you extend. So this is going to be simple joseki stuff. Maybe sometimes you could hane here, this way to prevent white from hane, but usually, yeah, just extend. It's better for the center overall. So just blocking. White would connect, so this is simple joseki stuff. So you need to connect. Sometimes if it's here, maybe you could play away. Actually, maybe here as well, you could play away if you want, but connecting, keeping this kind of area seems to be nice. So let's just connect here. Let white jump, because if turn, this corner is going to be kind of in a bad spot. So after this one, trying to kind of take this one stone seems to be good. You could let kind of white playing this one. If you want to be really solid, probably putting a move right like around hane. But then white's going to try to jump and maybe, yeah, kind of use this one stone. Prefer taking the corner, let white kind of connect on the first line and keep in here. Maybe it is big though, with this kind of a probing move from white. But yeah, let's go and touch. So first instinct had, I mean, it's probably a lot of moves that I could think, like here, this one, maybe trying to go on the attack here as well. Oh, interesting move. That is a definitely fun move from white here. Just trying to use maybe later this cutting point and reduce the whole area here. So in these cases, hane should be the instinct, but also when you hane, it's gonna give some white some forcing moves. So if it's better to not give forcing moves to your opponent, just extend should be the move, and then trying to disconnect these two should be the mission. So I guess just extend here. If you hane, there might be some cutting aji, so let's just go here. Okay, jump. So white is really trying to take away, take away this kind of moyo to reduce, and then use this block to cut off maybe this as well. You could just simply push, playing forcing moves there, and try to attack the whole group, and this stone would be kind of becoming useful. Yeah, you don't want to get blocked here. So usually just push, although it's gonna give some points for white on top side, so extend, because if not you can push and cut here. And I guess push again. Locally, if you can double hane, I can block this side. It's also big. Yes, I extend, trying to reduce and survive with all these stones. So block, connecting these two. And don't forget there's these two stones, and you don't want to get cut off these three stones from the side. So that would be important as well. Maybe you could play a move like this. Let white play here and then connect. But yeah, I would just block the side. Try to attack the whole group here. Oh, is something around here? Oh, just extend. Like white is trying to push right here, and if you connect, take this one stone, kind of hane type stuff. Yeah, taking this one stone is kind of taking a lot of forcing moves away from white, so it seems to be pretty important to play here. And if white runs away, you can push through and the shape on top side will become a bit weaker. Just going back. So white is threatening this one, maybe disconnecting there. If you turn here, you can connect all the stones and then try to go for the attack here. Yeah, so if you don't play this, like there might be some push cut type of aji. If take, cut here, atari this way, and then connect to the corner. So actually, preventing white playing this type of move seems to be kind of important long term. So maybe this one, and then if block, you can hane, still connect. Yeah, because turn there might be still this and then cut. So probably playing this kind of bump here is better. Yeah, so trying to make some kind of room around here. I think you could push, take this kind of block away, and then maybe go around here and peep. That would be best if that works. Surround, maybe something right here. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go for aggressive stuff. So I'm going to push here. Maybe you could try to surround here and get the benefit there. So white did ignore, and that makes sense. Yeah, because maybe that... Also you're protecting this area, and might also be trying to save, use this kind of open space around here. This stone is not completely dead as well, can still wedge, maybe take the corner. So as black, you need to think here. White has, okay, this side and the corner, and the side here. As black, you have this side, this corner. And also what it's doing is, like, if black kind of builds a wall here, it decreases the value of the center. Yeah, this seems pretty good move from white here. So it's either try to really go after the attack here, something on here, or push. Yeah, white did ignore, so usually the spirit should be to kind of punish this and just push straight through. So it's not really threatening any other part of the board. Maybe trying to save these two could be a thing. Need to pay attention about the time management right here. Yeah, let's push through. Like, might be small, but taking these two stones at the same time as putting pressure in the center seems to be pretty nice. But yeah, white might kind of run away. Yeah, something around here. That's why maybe putting move could have been a bit better. So you need to pay attention about these stones if you can cut off, and would like to take here if I can. Attach to try to cut off. Then white's gonna try maybe to isolate this one stone. You could simply jump here, push, play here. Down, there's some Achi here. Actually, something on peep protects the kind of this point quite well. You can just simply jump, connect these stones, and then put pressure there. I guess that's what we need to do here. Cannot really go around here because there might be some counterplay on this side of the board. White cannot push through and cut here, so that move makes sense. Strengthening here. I think now it could be a good timing to actually try to cut this way. Because if this sent, white cannot push. So I thought if from this side this is sent, white cannot push and cut because it can take. And if this one, you can use this honey. So let's try. I think it's good, right? Maybe white's gonna block here, but then Babu join. Yeah, it's cut. Seems to be a good move to use, asking move whether white's gonna capture here or this one. Yes, against here. You want to threaten to connect this, to threaten to maybe extend. White can push and cut here, need to protect. Question is bamboo joint or do you jump? I think bamboo joint has a better shape overall. There's way less kind of forcing stuff. Yeah, it's bamboo joint, and maybe to disconnect we can attach here next. So if white blocks, you can extend here. So just take. If I should descend once, I mean descend once white might ignore. This is center. Maybe actually descent white can block here. Turn this cut can squeeze from the bottom, so okay, maybe not. Yeah, I thought about attaching first, but that one maybe honey, and then you peep first, honey, then. Yeah, might be a bit. Maybe you don't have touch around here too much and try to attack here first. So something around here. Yeah, trying to isolate this to not getting kind of this kind of attachment. Let's play here. Go after the center stones that I've left. If you don't play anything, black can just surround here and just probably kill the center, so white needs to put a move. That is interesting. Do we pay attention? We have 15 minutes to go. Maybe just this one. Simply, you cannot play away because there's too many weaknesses. The question is, how do you protect? Yeah, I think let's just go here. White is probably going to play something around here with Tiger's Mouth, keeping a shape. Then cut off maybe. Or extend. Trying to use this cutting point. If I don't think much, I would just play here. Sometimes could play this attachment, but could be some kind of honey. Yeah, maybe honey is just honey again. But you might weaken this area. Yes, just try to play here. Yeah, white's gonna attach here on the outside. That could be possible. Against this, just extend here. White's trying to use this cutting point. If it's better to honey to put more pressure here. But yeah, extend has a better shape on the outside. You don't have too many weakness overall, but you don't want to get honey, so yes, just extend. I mean, could maybe honey, it depends. This kind of moves would weaken these two stones usually, but maybe white has a plan. So push here, cut, just extend. Like to do this if I can. Maybe just connect, but then white will attach here. Even this one, white would maybe attach as well. I guess connect. Trying to fix the points, and usually around here is white cannot save these 2 stones if I attach here. So yeah, this way white can connect here. Maybe white is trying to aim at this cutting point here, disconnect these stones kind of thing. But if we can capture here, doesn't seem to matter too much. Touch maybe this kind of thing, push, cut, connect this one. But yeah, it seems difficult to live on the bottom side. Let's just attach here. Capture these 2 stones. Make sure, so if you capture, we have connected to the bottom side. Yeah, against that one. Kind of a endgame slash asking move. If honey, you might get cut here. And that seems like dangerous, so just going back and block from here. Should be just go back. And just simply connect. And now I've taken these 2 stones here. Yeah, one can also honey, make some endgame again. So I took the kind of big point left here on the board. We try to count, so this is what? Maybe 25-ish, if you count here, maybe 30 points, 10. Yeah, another 10, 50. Depending on this 55. Black has here... yeah, around 30 if you add here. That one is probably around 20 points. So it's actually close. Usually black's kind of shape are thicker overall, so I would say black is still winning by a mile, but it's definitely getting kind of close. Just this one and cut. Let white even in the corner and then honey here. Seems to be the way. You could also just respond here, let white play on the side. But yeah, usually I think this one, let white take the corner and get the side kind of variation. It's gonna just cut here. And after this, there's not much to fight, so it's gonna be pretty much endgame. Oh yeah, this attachment seems to be better than this, because you can block. I think usually just playing this one, let white descend and play away. Maybe there's some slight stuff around here, but yeah, should be fine. Just gonna bump here, let white descend. then hunt it this way. I actually didn't thought what's going to Atari. Just asking, if you take, there's going to be this cutting point and maybe these two are going to get cut off, so probably just simply connect and then descend here. Technically this shape you can still make a call by playing this one. So yeah, here is just endgame. There's this honey, there's this kind of block here which is huge. You could say this one black can play someone here in center. There's still some RG to be had around here with this one stone. But yeah, Hane keeping the points there seems to be very important. Maybe extend as well. Big points, trying to ask about like push and cut type stuff. Might be some RG around here, pushing, cutting. It's not a simple endgame as a thought. Yeah, it's just Hane. Continue with the Musai. Plant. So usually white Hanes and then you double Hane here. So if take, you can just push through. Maybe pushing through here and then cutting Atari is kind of more clean in a sense. Yeah, let's go for this way. I'm gonna push and then cut Atari. Gonna play here. So now I can block this kind of top side. In a more clean way, because if you double hand simply, white might try to capture here and let you kind of just take these two stones. Kind of variation. At least this is clean. And if white takes, you can just connect. Yeah, so trying to save this one stone. Ah, yeah, this is a good move. Because now we have a bit more endgame for white with Hane. Yeah, I thought about descending, but that one actually, this block might be center with this here. And this one fixes kind of the shape in a good way. And also it's trying to run away with this one stone, so we need to put a move around there. You can jump and then aim at P. You can potentially take these 4 stones. So respond this way. Could play something around here. Just keep all the points. Descending seems to be also pretty big, aiming at this kind of move. But yeah, white can peep here, trying to get inside, so trying to play a move around there seems to be pretty nice. Maybe this one. so that it's kind of protecting against this key point. Because here it's a bit far, so maybe white can still play this one and go inside. So go one line further down here. Yeah, something around here seems to be pretty nice point to play, keeping this area tight. Preventing this turn from black. Good point as well. Maybe that one could have been turned. So I prevent this hane, so usually just extend. Touching, trying to ask moves there. I think this one you just go back. Hane, there might be some hane aji here. Bad stuff happening, so just going back. Yeah, cut, you can just net here, should be okay. Yeah, this hane is big. I was thinking about descending, but just block and then connect. We can turn here. That is a nice point to play. Jumping around here to save. Going around this knight's move, threatening at this. Maybe go short it, but down there might be this kind of play. Oh, actually, white did play this move. Okay, so interesting. This one play away. Yeah, so it was thinking this is center from black. Guess turn here is pretty nice. If you can reduce here, I like to do so. Could ask a move around there now. Let's go and play here. You could kind of make it in a call shape if you want to, playing this one, and then honey here you turn. That one just make this kind of move, but maybe we shouldn't play anything. Just playing this move, then trying to play this endgame from here, for example. There's this, which is kind of center, very big, like preventing center from white. There is stuff over here that you can play. Stuff with peep block that is pretty big. A lot of kind of big points. I mean, taking this one also is not to be underestimated. Maybe we could go here and then try to play this kind of squeeze on first line crawl. Yeah, it's turn. I think that's pretty big. White takes this stone. Not sure. Yeah, there was that. I was thinking about playing move around here. It's gonna actually make some points here. Hane. So against Hane, just maybe you can block, although might be some concern. Yeah, seems to be fine now. If we can play this, you want to go for here, because next I can Atari. Playing this big endgame points. It's like 25 here. I think black should be winning still. So that one is just block. Protecting this cutting point at the same time. Just extend. Let's push once, threaten to jump here. You cannot disconnect, but this move might be center. Kosumi here. That one seems to be important. Kind of threatening to reduce here. Against turn. Just connecting, because if not, there might be some bad stuff there. I just gotta connect and then I Atari. It's gonna be a ko here. We can continue with the jump threatening this one. So there's no clamp around here, so you can play away, although white can make this honey in the first line. So push. It's probably 50 if you add both. And then 70, something like that. Overall. So I wonder if there's stuff here, but maybe not anymore. Let's jump something around here, poking at the center. Something around here as well. Against this one, I might just connect simply. Just block this peep. And white should probably protect somewhere here, because next, yeah, I can try to use this, so playing this move. My goal was kind of to atari this way and take if possible. I'm gonna do so. If this one you can squeeze from bottom and then crawl. That one just extends this way. So this one just yeah, even if you connect here, if white can push, there might be still this kind of move that is kind of annoying, so maybe just this one. You could connect, it's big, but I think taking this one stone looks pretty big. Also, putting a move like turn around here. Because I can play this Kosumi, trying to save. Let's try to... actually, maybe you jump this way? Let's jump. That's better. So white took this call. Just to capture. So now it's important really to not play any kind of losing covert, not trying to fight too hard against it. Could just push here and then take again. Block this one, trying to take away the center from white. Playing this type of move around here. Let's push this way. White's gonna block. Then you take. Guess not taking seems to be the biggest point in board. Just taking this one stone. Don't just block, connect, and play here. Okay, usually white connects, but okay, they decide to push here. That one I would just block. Just connecting here. I guess I did connect, but maybe you could have played this one move. Gain the point. Don't just take. Should have around 70 points, which probably wins us about 10 points on the board. Just connect. $25 and something, around 50 almost. Yeah, it's like 70 in total. White is close, but it's not going to be enough. So just connect here. I wonder what happens if I play here. Honey turn. Okay, there might be not any move straight away. Taking this one stone could be a big move right here. There's this take, which is quite nice. Here I don't think there's much to do. Maybe you can push here, play this one. Simply Kosumi could be okay. Good Hane preventing this kind of Sente stuff here. Actually, what if I descend? Descent might be a move there. Let's do that. White, I don't think can connect this one stone, so yeah, attaching here. Hopefully I can make it in a seki. So block here, playing this one. Take, connect. What if I just take simply, block, you play here, and then let's just take simply here. So if this one you can connect, so white needs to block somehow. Can't you play this one? Might be not working that well. Maybe this kind of move is pretty big here. Let's just push. Trying to have forcing moves there, so yeah, white connects. And then you can... Actually, I thought this was going to be center, but it's not going to change. My bad. Yeah, so this take here, this take this one. Preventing honey this way. Preventing or connect honey peep type thing that could happen. We should block this one first, in fact. That might be losing a few points here. Because white can turn first. Whereas if I played here, white needed to put there. That might be losing a few points. Block. Just push, block. Down is filling the liberties, so maybe white should block there. Yeah, there's nothing to be done. Just playing this. Connect and connect. It's 25 here. So against this block, Kosumi seems to be big. taking here. There was something to do with this one cut here. Yeah, could have been maybe possible. Let's play the small end games right now. Guess push, there's this. Blocking here. So it's cutting. And just push through. Let white take. Make this connect thread into cut around here. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna change the points. If this descend, but it's not really that much. Yeah, probably pushing here and then connecting somewhat. So white can also play here on the bump, but this one there's here. Yeah, I'm just gonna connect this way, thread into honey. Let's just honey it this way. Connect. Let's push through before we get played here. I think just connect this one. Though descent could be a thing. Yeah, she connected. I think that's kind of the move to play here. Against this could actually descend, but I'm not taking. It's all 1-2 points endgame right here, so pushing this way block. Just push this way, you block. This one just connect. here or descend on that side of the board. Just atari and then bump here. Maybe this one actually bump, because that one, wait a minute, so if you play here, yeah, this is gonna be atari, so white has no way to make an eye there. Oh, there's this one, don't forget. And now we can play here. Game should be over. So let's try to fill the dummy points and then just end the game after this. So just going to skip a little bit, and now we can connect here. Just connecting here. I should be winning by just a bit, because we have like 4 more captures. It's not on your screen, but I'll be filling them afterwards. Just going to fill here. It's going to be these dummy points. Here I want these two and should be over. Okay, so it's end game right here. So let's go through the counting. I'll count my points first, so let me take these two, just put inside, go here, put inside, just take the black kind of capture stone, put them inside, try to go through the counting process. So you can watch my videos about like counting on the real board if you want to see how to do it well. Go check the video there, would be nice. So gonna fill these rectangles and have it something like this. So here you go, white has 53. There's 20 on the bottom. Here is 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. So it's 20 here. So I'm just gonna switch the colors so it looks a bit better. I have a technique you can use just to present a bit better the kind of territory at the end. Just don't change the territory lines and it should be okay, because that would be just cheating, so don't cheat please. Yeah, so something like this. Okay, hopefully I did it right. Okay, so here we go. White has 53 and black has 20 here. This is 30 points, so 30, 20, 50, 67. So black is winning by 14 points, I guess, yeah. Okay, hope you enjoyed the game. Let's go through the review. Okay, so let's go through the review. So as you can see, it says 13.3 because it's 0.5 Komi or not, but yeah, we won kind of 13 points on the board. Yeah, if we go back, it seems like the win rate starts to plummet with the fight here. Oh yeah, I don't know why I didn't play this move. Was concerned maybe with Aji here, but that one you then you just block. Yeah, that would be way better, just taking these two stunts this way. It seems here was better to play this one and keeping the option of taking these two stunts and using this cutting point. But yeah, couldn't figure out. Yeah, maybe this one could have been slightly better. Because at the end, white did make quite a lot of points there. Something this. Just push. And then go back here, let white connect. And then just go back. And yeah, white needs to put a move at the end in order to live. Yeah, that would be way better as black. You can see this shape on the outside. It's way stronger, and still I can take center. It seems like going something around here is important. Jump here, not taking, but yeah, jump, because even if push, you can actually play this one and take this one stone. Yeah, I would probably jump. Peep around here is definitely interesting, but yeah, jump seems to be pretty clean. So okay, I guess this is kind of giving white a bit too much room. Seems like the end game we kind of lost points bit by bit, but so yeah, moves around here, move around 100. Yeah, playing slack moves bit by bit. Could have played here. Yeah, but this is kind of scary. You need to be really sure about what you're reading, because white can push, maybe try to cut off here. Yeah, at the end we still hold with the advantage of handicap. And yeah, I was feeling comfortable if it's going to be endgame if nothing happens, so seems to be good. Just that one, I guess that would be kind of a big mistake not trying to play this one and Hane. Or yeah, could ignore and play that move. Yeah, that seems to make sense, because if you have moves around here, even this one's getting a bit yeah, more obvious. Yeah, that was bad. Just playing this one. Yeah, and also building a wall here didn't make much points. I mean, I needed to spend a few more moves. But yeah, I would say this one is a good takeaway. So just bump here. What if you play this one? Or you hane and just take this one stone? If your plan is to block, then bump is not good. But against this one, you just hane take this. Against that one, just continue and isolate distance. Okay. At least we learn something new here. Against this one, you can bump in some cases, not just playing this one attach. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this game. So I will try to go back with 4 stones next time. And yeah, like and comment and sub to the channel if you like the content. Also, I'm streaming on Twitch every evening, so if you can go check there, I'll be happy. And yeah, see you to the next video, and have a nice day. Bye.